Hello, my name is Siti Athyrah, binti Latef. In this presentation, I will explain about the Generation Z in the workplace.
Generation Z, where Z stands for Zoomers, is the generation born between 1997 and 2012. It comes right after the Millennials or Generation Y. Generation Z, also known as Gen Z, is the generation that is most prone to using the internet and social media. People who belong to Generation Z are also thought to be more accepting and open-minded rather than conservative.
Now, I will explain to you the traits of Gen Z in the workplace.
Number 1. They prefer the traditional communication. Despite having grown up with online communication and instant messaging, Gen Z prefers to communicate face-to-face in the workplace, according to studies. It could be that they find the nuances of written communication difficult to interpret and would prefer the encouragement that comes with in-person communication. Number 2, they are individual contributor. Gen Z is also known to be an entrepreneurial generation in which they prefer to do job on their own. But this does not mean they don't like working in groups. It is just because they prefer working alone more. For them, doing work individually may allow them to show their work and abilities. Number 3, they are tech-savvy generation. As the generation that was raised in the era of mobile phones, Gen Z is more accustomed to mobile phones and tablets than computers. This generation can be referred as a mobile workforce. For this reason, mobile involvement plans should be used to enhance Gen Z productivity and engagement.
Now, we move forward to the expectations of Gen Z in the workplace.
First, they expect to have freedom of thoughts. Since Gen Z is still considered as youth and has no experience, employers frequently overlook their ideas. However, this generation has always been bombarded with latest information. Hence, it's important for the company to motivate the Gen Z to speak up and often recognize their opinions because they might help the business to become success. Second, they expect to prioritize on personal well-being. Several studies have revealed that the Generation Z is stressed. Gen Z values companies that offer benefits such as mental health days or paid time off. As a result, businesses must consider what benefits emphasizing healthy living and personal well-being they can offer to attract this generation. Third, they expect to have flexibility. The personal life of Generation Z are as important as their work life. Gen Z really expecting opportunities that allow them to fully perform without jeopardizing their freedom. Employers may introduce a flexible work schedules or let them work from home as often as they want.
Now, let's look at the differences between Gen Z and Millennials.
In terms of competitive, Gen Z is a very competitive generation where they want to work independently and be evaluated individually instead of with teams. Gen Z also values the ongoing self-improvement. Meanwhile, Millennial generation is known as the generation that prefer collaborative working style and team-oriented. This generation would like to work in a workplace that values inclusivity and motivates everyone to collaborate to reach the goals. In terms of privacy, Gen Z is more concerned with the consequences of having a public life online, along with privacy concerns, which then makes the Gen Z to maintain professional life at workplace without mixing with the personal life of theirs with other people. Millennials, on the other hand, were raised with easy internet access in which they did not fully aware of the privacy implications of posting online. Then, at workplace, millennials tend to tell everyone in the workplace about their lives and have fewer difficulty balancing their personal and professional lives. In terms of longevity, Gen Z have the tendency to stay on their job. This is because they want to use their job as a beginning point to gain more knowledge on other roles in the organization and also to explore various experiences. In terms of longevity, Gen Z have the tendency to stay on their job. This is because they want to use Millennials, on the other hand, have had to adjust to different employers and jobs rather than one stable career. When millennials are dissatisfied with their job, there is a higher chance where millennials will try to find for another. As a conclusion, the presence of Generation Z in the workplace might be different from other generations, but they have their own specialty that surely will bring benefits to the company. It is just a matter of adapt and adjust to face this generation in the workplace. That is all from me. Thank you.